Good morning and welcome, everyone. This is the 1 Million Cups podcast for the community, by the community. My name is Dion Wells Ross, and I am the host for the day. I have two friends with me from Relentless merch. We have Kayley and Nathan. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know you both drove an hour to be here. So to kick us off, tell us about yourselves.
Yeah.
Go first.
So we're a merch company based in Nebraska. We primarily do music merchandise, a lot of entertainment industry, and then we also do a lot of like local businesses, a lot of tech companies. So.
For sure.
Yeah, and also if you're curious about what merch means, it's short for merchandise. We do printed apparel. If you need any logos or any branding, like put on anything, we do those things. So a lot of physical marketing, a little bit of everything. So
No, That's awesome. They were telling me before this that camouflage is coming back as like one of the staple pieces, right?
Yeah, so like the real tree style camo is super popular in like apparel trends with music industry, with fashion. I think it was Billie Eilish and Chapel Roan that did a lot of camo this last summer, and because of all that camo that pushed through like the mainstream like artists, all these smaller artists are grasping onto it. So it's going to be around at least for another 3 to 5 years. So it's I personally thought it was a trend that was going to like be here for 5 minutes and then dip out, but it's definitely staying around. So if you like camo, you're set for the next 5 years. So.
Gets your camo. Everything kind of ebbs and flows. So tell us about your business. How did this all come to fruition? I know it started way back in the day with the name, and it's snowballed and grown into something beautiful.
Yeah, so we started the print shop in our college party house. My brother worked at an auto body, he was an auto body tech, and I was working at, I was going to college and then ended up at a music store doing sales. We were printing for, I was touring in a band at the time, so I had a few clients that were just music related, and then he was kind of on the blue collar side of things, and so he was very focused on like bringing in business work. And yeah, so we didn't know what we were doing at all. Like when we started, now we have 45 employees, and
Wow.
we have like about 14,000 square feet and like a warehouse and full production. So it's definitely transpired into something that we didn't really expect, but we stay consistent, and that's how it happens. So.
Yeah, it's so important, consistency, right? As an entrepreneur, you want to throw in the towel after you run into the first one or two walls, and it's like, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore. But I think it's awesome you both persevered. Yeah. How are you two divvying up roles and responsibilities in your company?
Yeah, do you want to speak on that?
All you.
All right. So currently I am the VP of sales. I'm transitioning out of that role into more of a creative role, and kind of going back to doing traditional sales. I love networking. I love being around people. I don't know if there's any other way of saying it. I just like making cool stuff. And Kayley she's a sales development role. She is kind of in the same role where she likes people. Do you want to talk on your role?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun. We do a lot of conferences, like we were just at Infotech at the beginning of the month, but just getting out in front of people, being in the community really is what my role really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Were you going to say something, Nathan? No?
I think so.
No, I thought you were.
Nope.
Cool. So as you all think about your business, where do you want to go? Like, what's the long-term goal?
To Omaha.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
To come to Omaha?
No, really. We're trying to make more connections here in Omaha. We're just right over there in Lincoln, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to note, we actually ship nationwide. We have nationwide clients, so we're even globally, right? Yeah.
Wow,
so
you're
just,
global?
Yeah. And I'll let Nathan speak more to it.
Yeah.
Where we're trying
Omaha?
to go.
Yeah. Honestly, we've looked at a few like spaces downtown. We really want to be a part of this community. We have a sales rep here already, and we're definitely growing in the Omaha markets. We do a lot of the church merch. Honestly, we love Omaha. Like it's a great community. I feel like I'm having my wedding here. Like
Yeah.
I love Omaha.
Sure.
So if there's anybody that wants to make us more Omahans, so I eventually have to move here, I wouldn't mind it. So
Yeah. You hear that, community? Get them to Omaha.
help Nathan move to Omaha.
And it's so interesting, like for people that don't know, Lincoln and Omaha are only an hour away, depending on where you're going. My wife and I lived on the south side of Lincoln, so it's like you have to drive a while. But it's like it's so disconnected, and we're only an hour from Lincoln, so we need to figure out how to break down that barrier or build a stronger bridge.
Yeah, honestly, from our shop to South Lincoln is almost as far as from here to our shop. So it's it's
Yeah, that's funny. We talked before this. You guys live on the north side of Lincoln, where I used to live, my old stomping grounds. But getting back on track here, as you think about your business, obviously you've grown it, you're scaling, and you're continuing to grow. What advice would you give to the aspiring entrepreneurs, the people that are maybe 5 years behind you, where they're like just starting out?
Yeah, I think the biggest advice is just being consistent. If something's not working and you believe in it, just keep grinding it. Like just keep pushing forward. There's always going to be hard days. I mean, every other week's a hard day. You know, like it doesn't get easier when you grow and you are a bigger entity. It just you're kind of on expert mode, and
For sure.
what you've learned over that time. Becoming an expert at your craft is what makes you able to like deal with all those hardships. So, but yeah, just being consistent, like staying on people. We have clients that have told us to screw off. Like they've told us, hey, we're good on merch, and now they're our clients because we do the best work in the state. So. Yeah.
I love that. A lot of times people think success is like this one-time event. I made it, I'm good, I don't have to work anymore. But as you said, Nathan, it's this ongoing process.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have one video go viral, it doesn't mean that your business is going to change overnight. Like, we have another company called Atonal Headwear, and with that company, we've had a couple of videos go viral. We're still a small growing company, and it does help those upticks where you have those big balloon moments and those big successes, but like it in the long term, like it's just another blip that happened, and you got to
sure.
keep growing from it. So
No, totally get that. So at this point, you guys have 45 employees. Talk to us
Yeah.
about like your hiring practices. How have you selected the right people? Nebraska Nice is a real thing, so that
Yeah.
helps. But how are you finding great people?
Indeed, honestly.
Indeed.
Indeed's been great. My brother and I found out within, I don't know, luckily we found out that neither of us are good at HR. We're not good at the hiring role, so we hired a variable HR to kind of help us navigate through some of the storms. And then also, like within hiring, we have Nate Skinner on our staff is really good at like kind of reading people and figuring out if they're going to be a good fit. Just finding somebody in leadership that is very patient and understanding and like can kind of sift out those like who's going to be the best candidate for the role. But yeah, Indeed's been the biggest shift. We used to just hire friends, to be honest, like
For sure.
which is good. Like, but also it makes you weird when you're going out to the bars on Saturday and
Yeah.
your friends want to vent about your boss, you know, or vent about the work, and you can't do that around your boss. So
Yeah. Just in case everyone didn't catch that, don't hire friends. It can ruin relationships, so don't do it.
hire specific friends. I think hiring people that you deeply care about is very beneficial. But sometimes, like, you're a different genre of human than your friend, and you might not find out until you work with them.
For sure.
And I don't know. I had a significant other that I tried to work with at one time, and realizing very quickly that sometimes there's boundaries that you should keep up, even in friendships and relationships. Like, some of those boundaries are good just so you are able to vent and have conversations outside of those. So merging your entire life into and making it so micro is sometimes not the best answer.
Yeah, don't consolidate everything and everyone. I love it. So as we are winding down, how can the community support you two? How can we help you grow and scale and get to the Omaha market?
Come visit us in Lincoln. Just joking.
Get on the highway.
We'll come to you. We'll come to you. No, just come on through. We love connecting with people. We love, both Nathan and I are very active on LinkedIn, or of course going to our website, relentlessmerch.com. But we love it when people stop in the shop and chat with us. But what do you think, Nathan?
Invite us to parties. We
Nathan
love
is
hanging.
fun, yeah.
That's my MO is just being a professional hanger. So I don't know if that's a correct term, but
New title.
yeah, I'm just trying to chill.
Hanger, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, my friends, there you have it. Another episode in the books. I'll wrap us by saying we have Relentless merch, but as an entrepreneur, you really have to be relentless in your pursuit for success. With that, we'll see you on the next episode.